of course, on Twitter, we have been asking your thoughts on what it is that you're expecting to come out of the report. Do you think that the report coming from the Section 89 independent panel will hold the president to account? Let's take a look at some of the tweets that have come in so far. Tau says the Section 89 independent panel has some difficulty ahead with hashtag Phala Phala Farmgate. It also implicates banks who accepted foreign cash without knowing the source of funds. We all know what happens when banks are implicated. Another one that comes in from Mboni Seni that says, good morning, Desiree and a lady. For me, I expect nothing but favor to the president as usual. Another tweet coming in from Philip that says, good morning, I expect nothing much as there was no docket from the National Prosecuting Authority. That's Philip Munei with that tweet. And Ewart says, business as usual, see no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. We've still, of course, got Mr. Benedict Phiri standing by with us. Thank you so much for being so patient and listening into all of these discussions as they take place. And before we let you go, I think just to wrap up the discussion with you, considering that at the top of this independent panel, this is a panel that's made up of the former Chief Justice Sandile Ngcobo, Judge Thokozile Masipa, Advocate Mahlape Sello. These are very prominent names within the structures, or even the former structures of the South African judiciary. And I'm sure you've seen in some of those tweets, there's a lack of confidence from many South Africans as they come to share their comments on how this process will unfold. The work done by these three members of the panel, do you think that it does in one way or another, from what we've heard this morning, restore the confidence of South Africans in the South African judiciary?
I would hope so, but I think, the problem is this rule, and the panel is a very legal panel. So I think, on the test, whether there's been a serious violation of the Constitution or the law, I think it's going to be hard to articulate to South Africans because not only is just a serious violation required, but, you require the president to be in bad faith in seriously violating the Constitution or the law, insofar as the way the rule is formulated in its current stance. So I think that's going to be a high test. And, because of that, there will be a little bit of a discomfort. And I hope that this report articulates what is required from a legal perspective in meeting that test. I'm very interested to see insofar as the serious misconduct is concerned, because there it seems it's a softer test, because you require the president's conduct to be either unlawful or either dishonest or improper behavior in bad faith. I don't think you can add unlawful and in bad faith, even though the rule is sort of written in that way. And I think that might give a little bit of comfort to South Africans that the work of the panel will be robust, depending on obviously what the outcome would be. But fortunately, it is a legal panel. And I expect that there will be a lot of legal fleshing out of what those terminologies mean. And let's bear in mind that it's the first time that this has happened before. So it will be very interesting. But I hope that they will spend a bit of time articulating the thinking around fleshing out that terminology to give us some comfort as South Africans.
Yeah, well, let's leave it there. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Ridumetse Benedict Phiri there, giving us some legal analysis of what we've heard coming out of Parliament this morning, where that Section 89 independent panel has handed over a report to the National Assembly Speaker Nosiviwe Mapisa-Nqakula. We certainly have heard to this morning that as that report was handed over, that we aren't able at this point to hear what is in that report. But this evening, that will certainly all come to light as it is shared with members of Parliament, and lots of anticipation as well for that to come through.